Welcome to Module 3, Your Team in Action. You've now met all three members of your anxiety team individually. You understand that your guard dog sounds alarms, your wise coach evaluates situations rationally, and your memory keeper files experiences and pulls up relevant past events. But how do these three actually work together in real time? That's what this module is all about, watching your team in action. Before we dive in, let's do a quick refresher on something we covered extensively in course number 2, the difference between state and trait anxiety. This matters because your anxiety team responds differently depending on which type you're experiencing. Think of state anxiety as your team responding to a specific situation, like being nervous before a job interview, feeling anxious about a medical test, or getting worried when your teenager is late coming home. This is your anxiety team activating for a particular reason, and once that situation resolves, your team generally settles back down. Trait anxiety, on the other hand, is more about your team's general operating style. If you have trait anxiety, your guard dog has a more sensitive alarm system as its default setting. Your team tends to activate more often and more intensely, even about everyday situations. Here's what's important. Both involve the same anxiety team members we just met. The difference is in how often and how intensely your team activates. Now let's watch your team in action with what I call the threat alert cascade. This happens lightning fast. We're talking seconds. But when we slow it down, you can see exactly how your three team members communicate. Picture this. You're walking alone at night and hear footsteps behind you. Here's what happens. First, your guard dog barks, "Alert, potential danger." Your memory keeper immediately whispers, "Remember that scary movie? That news story about someone being followed?" And your wise coach starts evaluating. Are those footsteps actually following me, or just someone walking in the same direction? Meanwhile, your body is responding to all of this. Your heart pounds like a drum, your breathing quickens, your muscles coil like springs ready for action. Your attention becomes a spotlight hunting for danger. Suddenly, you're hyper-aware of every sound, shadow, movement. This is absolutely brilliant when all three work together on an actual threat. The problem? This same cascade happens when you're checking your phone for the 20th time waiting for a text reply, or lying awake replaying a conversation from 3 days ago. Your team doesn't distinguish between real physical threats and everyday stress. In this module, you'll also see how your team makes decisions together. When you're about to give a presentation, your guard dog sounds the alarm about social threat. Your memory keeper pulls up files about past presentations, both good and bad, and your wise coach has to make a decision based on all this information. Here's what's really beautiful about this system. When it works well, your team learns and adapts. Every positive experience becomes a tool your wise coach can use to calm down your guard dog in the future. This is how you literally rewire your brain for less anxiety, by giving your team new, more accurate information to work with. By the end of this module, you'll be able to identify which team member is doing most of the talking in your own anxiety experiences. This awareness is the first step to helping your team communicate more effectively. Let's watch your incredible anxiety team in action.